Hello everybody, this is another little how-to video in my series, how to get started with AWS, how to set up an account, create a second user, because Amazon really wants you to keep your normal users from your root user, which is good security practice. And then we're going to get the API keys out, or the access keys, so that we can use the command line interface, which we're also going to set up. So we're going to start at aws.amazon.com, create an account. This is going to be my root account name. So I got infrastructure as code. Verify. Come on, what's this? TBDM6G. Is that it? Base. Screen. Let's see. There we go. Copy and paste. Verify. It is me. Of course it is me. Right. Here. So for my passwords, I always use Bitwarden plugin. Can't recommend it highly enough because it's just great. Give me a good, nice, secure 16-character password, all the funny bits in there. Select, save, go on, close, and stick it in there. Yep. Okay, that's fine. We can just manually copy and type it again. Continue. Never save it here. How do I plan to use this? Well, okay, let's be honest. I'm going to say it's for business. Doesn't really matter. So we're going to start with the free tier, which is never expires. Never expires, but it's 12 months free. Anyway, there's a free tier with lots of stuff that you can use. You might have to start paying for some of the resources. For instance, I've got a project where I'm building transit gateways, and they actually cost money. It's a few pennies per hour, cents, if you will. It's not the end of the world, and it helps you practice. If you want to learn some of the more advanced, you want to practice some of the more advanced things, you might have to end up paying. If you want to get just the basics and then get your boss to pay for the other bits, then that's fine as well. So it's my full name. Go on, let me put my name in there. So good. Infrastructure code. Now I'm in France. Fill out all the address details. There we go. Why do we need to fill out a state, province, or region? It's not required. This is not America. Not everybody needs this. Of course, stick in a credit card number. Amazon are pretty good though. I've actually once made a mistake where I had lots of snapshots running, and they sent me a bill of $3,500 for snapshot usage. So I was a bit startled, called them up, explained, and they waived the whole lot. They said, we can clearly see from your account that you're not using it for production, it's for training only. We're gonna waive this $3,500 bill, so I'm quite happy there. And I'm quite happy to continue working with Amazon, recommend them. They are one of the best, probably the best actually, cloud platform, I think, when it comes to cloud ops and what have you. Just cutting through my bank details here. I would like to have the basic support, please. Don't wish to pay for any of this, because I don't think I need it. And there we are. So we now set up with a root account. Go to the console. Sign in. There we have it. Happy days. We are in. I don't need this. No, done. Don't need done. Done. How many times? Let's see here. So, confirmation mail. Welcome. Thank you. Signing up basic. Basic. Thank you. Very good. Yes. It's ready. Stick this one in my accounts folder. I always keep an accounts folder where I've got all these welcome here and welcome there emails, just to have them in one place. Okay, so let's go back here. We're now in Amazon. We've got a root account. We're going to go to IAM. So we've got some security recommendations, add multi-factor authentication. Normally I would do that, but that's giving me a lot of extra admin overhead. So for now, I would normally do this, but I'm setting this environment up specifically just for this instruction video, and I'm going to be taking everything down in a moment. So I'm not going to do it now. I would recommend you to do it. The other thing, where is it? They say something about billing. Billing and cost management. So we're going to go there. We're going to set up an alert for any spent. That's great. We go away. Thank you. Cost monitor. There we go. Setup required. Let's go do this first. Set up our spent monitor so that if any money is getting spent, then we'll receive notification. So budget, use a template, nice and easy. 0 spent. Create a budget. It notifies once your spending exceeds 1 cent. So this is good. My 0 spend, sure. I'm going to send this to. There we go. Create budget. That's fine. Can take it. So if I'm now spending any money at all, it's going to send me a message, and we can actually create another one. Can we? I'm playing about for a bit now. Let's see how this works. It's going to be a cost budget. I want to see if we can do something when it exceeds like $5. Just so once we know we go playing with some of the bits that we need to pay for, we're quite happy, but if it spends too much, if you keep it running for too long, then it'll send another thingy. My $5 budget. Monthly, it's recurring, starting, sure, it's all fixed. And the budget amount, $5. But scope, all of everything. Tax, I need it. Next. Budget amount, yes. Add an alert threshold. Ah, that's good. We can set a 50% of budgeted. Good. And another one at 100%. Next. Action, do you want an action? No, not really. Suppose you could add an action to take everything down or what have you. We're not going to go into that right now. That's not the scope of this video. We'll leave that to somebody else. Create a budget and happy days. Look where we are. Good. Now back to I am manage access to the resources. We're going to create a user. And we're going to call this user NetOps. File to the console. Yes, we do want this. If you need to enable programmatic access to access keys, this is what we need. So we're going to create an IAM user. Sure, it's going to be an auto-generated password. That's fine. Must create a new one, a new login. Sure, yes, that is all good. Next, add to a group. Let's have a look. Administrator access. Amplified. Not sure what that is right now, but we're going to say it is group administrators. It's going to be really simple for now. I mean, we could do all sorts of fancy bits and tie it all down specifically to only thing that you need, which would be good practice for production. But for now, just to get started, we're going to do it fairly simple. So we've got a NetOps user created, summary, tags, create the user. Gonna have them. Okay, so if I press this email sign-in instructions button, it opens up my normal email client to then send the details. So there's a few things in here. So here in the console sign-in URL, I'm actually going to blur it out. I mean, I'm highlighting it now, but I'm going to blur it out because this is my account number, which is sensitive information. So this URL here will get you straight to the login without having to manually type in your account number. Username is there, console password. Let me see. So I'm blurring this out in a bit, but this is what you need to create your own NetOps. You could then create a DevOps user as well if you wanted to, which I'm going to do later on, but I don't. It's all more of the same. .csv file. Opens up. Let's see. All the information is there. Username, password, console sign in. Happy days. That's good. So now what we do is we're going to sign out of here as the root user. And we're going to say, look, back in as my new NetOps user. And now I'm going to say I'm going to log in as an IAM user. And it's going to ask for the account alias, which we can take out of that URL. Copy. Next. So, IAM usernames, NetOps, add password. It's a simple password which you need to change upon login. Copy. Paste. Remember? Sure, remember, because this is the one I'll be using. What do you mean it's incorrect? There we go. NetOps. Save this? No, not now. Old password is that. New password is we're going to say not now. I'm gonna add name as we go. NetOps. This URI here. So username is NetOps. Password. Create something new. 16 characters. Yes. Select. Save. And this is a shorter one. So okay, go on. Never. And here we are. So we can now see where NetOps the account name. Access denied here for whatever reason. I don't care. Cost and usage. Yes, got no access to that. That's fine. We don't need. This is the NetOps user. We just want to do technical stuff. Yeah, I don't care. Famous last word. Because as it turns out, I do care, and I need to fix my account now. So as a root user, you have to do this little bit. You can't just log in as a user. You have to click the root user and then with your email address. On IAM users, or let's say user groups, administrators. There we go. That's the problem. So there's nobody. So the user has not been assigned to the group. So NetOps groups, add user to groups, administrators. Users in this group. Add user. NetOps, add user. Happy days. Good. Sign out. And sign in. And look at here. Looking a lot better now. It's no longer saying we don't have permissions here and there. It does say about the cost, but that's fine. And we're going to go to IAM. Yes, add MFA for the root user. Keep saying add MFA for yourself. Again, I would normally definitely do this, but for this video, I'm not. I would recommend doing this. I mean, it only takes a little while. I've got an app like it's called. It's really useful. And MFA, let's just for fun go through it. How does it do? Device name, authenticator app, or security key, or token. I don't have these, but then there's plenty. There's a Google app. There's all sorts of authenticators. Do it. But let's go back here and go to users for ourselves. Click our own account. Create access key. So we're going to create the access key so that we've got access from the command line, which is here. They ask you for all sorts of other things. It's not really important. Say there's alternatives. You know, I've got this, that, and the other. Yes, sure, great. I understand the recommendation. Still want to go ahead. I am going to right-click, open this in a new tab. So I'm going to download and install this in a moment. For now, we're going to say next, set description tag. So I'm going to call this my CLI access key. Just something that makes sense for you. Create the access key. So this is the only time that a secret access key can be viewed or downloaded. You cannot recover it later. However, you can create a new key at any time. Which means this is the access key. So this is the name of the access key. And here is the secret access key, which is the password, if you will. Now, we're going to leave this open for now. We can either say show, we can say copy this to the clipboard, or we can download this in a CSV file to send it to somebody else. We're just going to leave it open for now. Command line interface, yes. We want to download, don't need Amazon Q, Windows, download to run the 64-bit Windows installer. Download, is it done? It's done. Open. Bring this in, welcome, thank you, next, I accept, next. Go on, install. Wait for this to go through, it goes fairly quick. Complete, finish, nice. So, open up command window, and let's see, AWS. Does it work? There we go, that's nice. So now what we need to do is AWS configure. What's the access key ID? Well, I just have it here. Copy and paste. What's a secret access key? Copy, paste. Default region name. In more examples, it's not really very important, but you do need to be aware of it. And I've got some code examples where I'm using US East too. You can find these values. For instance, here you've got global. You've got all the US East 2 is Ohio. There's ones in Europe as well, Stockholm. If you've seen earlier, I was logged on to the Stockholm site. It's just where you would normally create, where you would create your resources unless you specify anything else. That's what it means. So I'm going to say US East 2. You can leave it blank, but it's just going to be difficult. It's easier to put something in there than be aware. default output format. It can be JSON, can be YAML, can be whatever. I prefer JSON. And we're done. And now to test AWS, easy to describe regions. What regions do I have access to? It's to verify that it works and it authenticates, and there we go. It works. We're in. It's all good. And then the last thing we must not forget is to scroll down and say done, just to save it. Continue without viewing and downloading. Are you absolutely sure? Because it won't be shown again. Yes, we are, because we've just configured and tested our CLI. So yes, we can. Continue. Done. Right. That is it for this video. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.